Welcome to Bat Therapy, mental health through the lens of comics and film. Be a fly on the wall or a bat in the cave, listening in on a friendship built out of a love for talking Batman, comics, and the everyday struggle to achieve mental health and happiness.
We're your hosts, clinical psychologist Dr. Amelia Brown and educator and comic aficionado Keaton Hopkins. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and social media and find our Patreon at patreon.com/battherapy.
This podcast is about providing education and understanding and is not a replacement for mental health treatment or support. If you're needing help, go to bat-therapy.com for resources. Hey, Bat Therapy listeners. So we have actually wrapped up season 6. We are in the process of getting ourselves ready for season 7. In the meantime, we didn't want to leave you guys with too much of a gap, so we've got some behind the scenes stuff that we're going to be sharing, even some behind the scenes with some of our special guests, which is really cool. Just a friendly reminder also that if you like this behind the scenes stuff, you can also see us on Patreon and be a patron over there to get some more. I know we always say this, but we really do appreciate you all. We really love doing this. It's a lot of fun, and we're just glad that you all enjoy it as well. So we look forward to another season. Some of you might remember this really exciting episode we did this season. So we did Nightwing Year 1 with one of the actual co-authors, Scott Beatty. He has done a few of the Year 1s, actually. And so we try and honor people's time. And so we say, hey, here's the amount of time we have for recording this, that, and the other. But sometimes after we finish, the recording is still rolling and we just chat and have some fun. And that's what happened here. So we've got a little bit of an extra tidbit from talking with Scott Beatty that we get to share with you guys. Hope you enjoy it. Alrighty. Well, thanks again, Scott. This was wonderful. We really appreciate it.
Amelia, thanks for having me. Keaton, thank you for just everything. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. It's been an honor, honestly. It was like I cannot tell you how overjoyed I was when I saw your review of our episode. Like I think I sent that hyperlink to probably 100 people that day. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening right now.
Well, it was so nice, and I had such a great time listening to it. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, so you got that. I'm like, oh wow, maybe I was thinking that. But yeah, I think any writer says, oh, absolutely, that was what I had in mind. This confirmation bias. Absolutely, you got it. But yeah, no, I think that it helps me to think too, like what was my process. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Year 1 hardcover, but we include a script. The emails back and forth between Chuck and me talking about the characters, and we have a whole arc with Speedy that we never got to, but like just kind of like fleshing out where we were with the characters is part of that edition. So I feel like it's one of the few collected editions that really talk about the creation process and the character motivation. So I don't think you can write any Batman character without thinking about their psychology. If you ignore that, I think you do it at your peril. I mean, you don't get the characters. Yeah,
that's the thing. Okay, you can call them mean, but get to the meat of it. That's you're saying people call it just saying mean back. No, get to the meat of it. There's depth to what's going on there for him. I think that's where the interesting stuff is.
Yeah, and I'm so happy you said that because again, people look at it and say, why is Batman such a jerk? I mean, that's core to his character, but I mean, if we had a panel at the end where Batman says, well, I forced Dick away because I love him, that would have undermined everything else. I mean, I think that, as readers, we have to draw our own conclusions and not be walloped over the head with like a Nerf hammer, for the meaning.
And therapy works the same way, actually, where like the whole point is to help someone get to their own conclusion because it's not the same if you just try and wallop them over the head with it. So it's like very similar kind of thing where you got to lead the horse to the water.
That's a good point.
Yeah, well, and there's a reason for it too, because I mean, my Robin reading was from Batman first, and then the Teen Titans, and there's a whole issue where they team up with Batman and the Outsiders, where Batman takes charge, and Robin says, "Not my team," So like, it's not like they got along well for those years, and so they did. Every teenager pushes back against Dad. Because, I mean, you can go deep into the Oedipal stuff, but it's more about, well, I'm a person, I have I don't need you to make the decisions for me. And also, you did really well. And I think at the end of the day, that see, Batman was trained by a bunch of different guys all over the world who were like expert in one thing, but Dick was trained by Batman.
Mm,
So if anything, he's, it's that old argument, who can win in a fight, Batman or Superman? My money's on Nightwing because he was trained by Batman and he knows
ah,
Superman and he knows everybody. And I don't know if you guys are reading Absolute Power, the new miniseries that's out now.
no.
I haven't
Mark
read.
Waid's writing it.
Okay.
Amanda Waller kind of takes on the DC universe and tries to take down all the
I have
superheroes.
seen it in stores. Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't read it yet, but I guess there's a panel that has been floating around the internet where Nightwing is in charge of all the heroes, and they kind of look to him like he's true leader. So this is the moment, and I think if you do any of the polls, Nightwing is leading, by more than 10 percentage points as the most popular DC character, and it's not just
Mm,
because he's doing acrobatics with pride flags or just showing his butt, but he's the most likable character.
yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
he's on the ascendant, and there's obvious reasons why. He's just a good guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I have to think through the Nightwing could be Batman. You might have a point there. Because I
Yeah.
mean, who's gonna know the weaknesses better than the person literally trained? And he was trained by Batman first round, so it's more
Yeah.
rough and
Yeah.
ready. So if anyone knows the dark side of things and
I
where
mean,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tweak
I mean,
it,
because
is your Nightwing.
Red Hood gave him hell for a while when he first showed up because he knew Batman so well. So I mean, yeah, Dick knows him even better.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in
I
luck though,
think
because Dick wouldn't actually want to take him out.
no, but I think Dick would probably take it to the point of sacrificing himself if he had to,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he realizes that Batman is more important. And
yeah,
I think that his self-sacrifice is something that, putting yourself in danger is different from self-sacrifice. And I think
absolutely.
his altruism is stronger.
I
So yeah,
was
that's
That-
see, now that's stuck in my head. I'll be thinking about that for a while.
I'm not gonna lie. I do remember when they seemingly like they made you think it for just a little while. It did not last long when you thought they killed him off in, I think it was Forever Evil.
Yeah,
In
when he
that
became
run.
Grayson.
Yeah, when he became like the secret agent.
Oh,
Yeah, for a
Yeah,
little while. Yeah,
yeah,
and
and he
I
had the
was just
gun. I don't know. I didn't
yeah,
buy any of that. I
very
mean,
different.
it's yeah, it's like that you're missing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was
It's like
very different. But I was just glad he wasn't dead. I was like, no, they did not just do this to me. Not right now. Like, you can't do
yeah.
that. But yeah, I was glad that he was still alive because yeah, he's such a fun character.
Well, they shot him in the head too when he became Rick Grayson,
yep.
and had
Oh
like the
gosh.
shaved
Oh
head.
yeah.
It's like that was under an an executive editor who really just hated Dick Grayson. And I think that
I didn't
I
know that
can't
was possible.
yeah, no, I can't confirm this. I mean, but I think that he actually said that he's derivative, and that why do we
Hmm.
need him? And it's like, well, then you don't get it. I mean,
Right.
look at all these stories. So
Sheesh.
Well,
Wow.
want to respect your time.
yeah,
Leave,
no,
Yes,
thank you
leave
so much.
absolutely. Thank you.
It was so great to
Yes.
talk with you, Scott.
Oh, thank you. It was great
Yes.
talking to you too. I can talk for hours about comics, so this is
Yes. Well,
this is not work for me at all. So, but thank you for
Awesome.
having me. Thank you
absolutely.
for for plugging my work and
Yes.
the books and stuff, and keep doing what you're doing. I love listening to your podcast.
Me
It
too.
really is a celebration of the medium and the characters in just really profound ways. So, great job, guys.
That really
Thank
means a
you.
lot. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for nerding out with us. I'm clinical psychologist Dr. Amelia Brown.
And I'm educator and comic aficionado Keaton Hopkins. Check out my TV and movie reviews on YouTube at Team JVS. Check out our website at bat-therapy.com, our Bat Therapy YouTube channel, and follow us on social media. And don't forget our Patreon page at patreon.com/battherapy. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.